Hello, Valley Villagers. Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Hi. Well, welcome to your Dream Your Valley, Disney Dreamlight Valley. My name is Courtney. I'm a game community manager at Gameloft, working on Disney Dreamlight Valley for about 4 years now. And today I'm joined with some incredible colleagues to talk about our game. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Josh LaBelle. I'm the creative director of Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is a fancy way of saying that I help guide and support the team in making the game. As a kid, I grew up during the Disney Renaissance, and the first movie I ever remember seeing was Aladdin, the first movie that I remember seeing multiple times in theater because I begged my mom to go see it again was Lion King. I knew every single word of these movies, and I would amuse and also annoy my family by reciting them constantly. So it really is such a dream to get to work on these worlds and characters as an adult.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody. My name is Riley Wignall. I'm the lead narrative designer on Disney Dreamlight Valley, which means I work on writing a lot of the stories and creating a lot of the stories, and I also have the pleasure of doing a lot of management of the scripts from our amazing writing team. A fun fact about me is that I've been obsessed with Disney video games since childhood. I played so much of the Aladdin Super Nintendo game, and to this day, I see some people here on the same boat. And this is going to be either impressive or not impressive because now people know what I'm talking about. To this day, I can beat it in under 30 minutes without cheat codes.
That's very impressive.
I don't know. I think that's pretty impressive, Riley. My name is Lexi McMullen, and I've been a producer on the Disney and Pixar Games team for 6 years. I am a Disney devotee and super fan. I'm even part of a D23 charter membership family, and I am absolutely thrilled to be able to bring our stories to fans in new and magical ways.
Well, of course, thank you guys. And thank you guys for joining us today. We're very excited, but before we jump into things, I'll provide a small breakdown of what you can expect from today's panel. So to start, we're going to be talking about what is Disney Dreamlight Valley, how it came to be, our community, and its impact on the game. And of course, we have some special surprises and reveals in store. But to start, one of those being, as an extra gift to thank you for attending today's panel, on your way out, you'll be able to pick up an exclusive Disney Dreamlight Valley pin.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And also for our in-person attendees, we also have an extra special giveaway. So one lucky winner will be able to win a custom Disney Dreamlight Valley Xbox Series S console.
Ooh.
If you'd like a chance to win, there's a QR code up on the screen, so make sure that you can scan it. And for our lovely Valley Villagers watching from home, hello, don't worry, we also have a special surprise for you in store, and it'll be shown at the end of the stream. So we'll give everyone a minute to scan.
Hi, Mom.
Awesome. And if anybody has any trouble, just raise your hand. We have people around who will come and help you. So, starting, we'll take a look at what life looks like in the valley for anybody who might not know. I love that trailer.
So good.
We're up here dancing on stage.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start, and maybe you guys can share what someone's first experience might look like in the Valley.
Oh my gosh. I would say that stepping into Dreamlight Valley is like moving into a neighborhood with all of your favorite Disney and Pixar characters, and sometimes has these really unexpected results and crazy stories. I mean, what do you get if you take a lion who thinks he's meant to be king, a tiny chef, an alien who's built to destroy, and then a duck who throws a monumental tantrum but is still courageous, perhaps legendary. That's Dreamlight Valley in a nutshell. I think it's just this big magical place where these unexpected relationships and friendships form. You get to solve mysteries, you get to go on adventures, and I'm probably gonna say this word 20 times in this panel, but it's magical. It's really magical.
Someone keep count.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like you can imagine with all of these Disney and Pixar characters running around, things get very busy in the Valley. But it also is magical will be the word I think we use a lot in this panel. But the great thing about it is you get to choose which villagers you're going to pair off with, leveling them up, doing their quests. There's also a mystery of a phenomenon called the forgetting that you need to solve in the Valley with the help of those Disney villagers. And on top of that, you have total control over your Valley, so you can customize it however you like, and you can also customize your own avatar and dress up however you like, all with cosmetics that are inspired by all of these Disney worlds and these characters. So there's a lot to do, but it's very cozy and personal to each individual player.
Definitely, Josh. Well, the game is very cozy type experience. It's also unique to everyone's own Disney experience. It's for everyone who's always dreamed of creating their own space to spend time with their Disney and Pixar friends. And through your adventures, you get to experience the same wonder, discovery, and friendship that we've really come to love from our favorite characters. And when you're not adventuring, you can just hang out and relax with characters as they tag along while you farm, cook, and mine materials, so you can really live alongside them in your Valley. Dreamlight Valley is a world that is constantly evolving and growing with our players, and the real adventure that you get to go on is creating your own Disney experiences.
Yes. Absolutely. I think many of us will know, and if you don't know, there's always something to do in the Valley. So much so that I'm sure some people might wonder, how does a game like this come to be?
So when I was a kid, one of the most exciting things about seeing a Disney movie was actually what would happen after it, which would be like you're on the ride home from the theater in the back of the car and you're thinking about what would happen to those characters next, or you're imagining kind of what adventures even you would go on with those characters. And I think that for all Disney fans, there's a place in your imagination where these characters just feel very, very, very real. And we wanted to create a game that allowed you to basically go and visit that place in your imagination where these characters are real and you live with them. And so what we figured was that the best format that you could put that into would be a life sim, because you can sort of look at the full Disney and Pixar cast of characters and immediately imagine how you can transfer specific things about them into cozy life sim gameplay.
So almost like you get to really meet and almost rediscover the personalities of some beloved Pixar and Disney characters.
Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I would completely agree with that. I think kind of something Josh touched on is like so many of us have relationships with these characters from a young age, and they actually do feel like our friends. And so this is just like an extension of that you get to play. A huge part of the game is just encouraging our players to connect with their characters, whether it's their favorites or maybe they meet someone new and they get excited about finding a new favorite. Our team is really, really passionate about making this experience as authentic in their Valley as possible. Like, we want to do every single character justice because every character is someone's favorite. I think a really great example of that is Buzz and Woody. Like, okay, sorry, I'm having an out-of-body experience right now. So our team puts a lot of care into making these experiences really authentic and making sure that it's true to the characters. So I'll talk about Buzz and Woody. if you don't know, in the game we have something called realms, which is where we have like a microcosm of this Disney movie that you go into to retrieve the characters and bring them back to your valley. And so for Buzz and Woody, the realm is Bonnie's room, which is sort of a no-brainer. It's their natural environment. But then we had to bring them into the valley, and our team really had to stop and take a moment to think about, you know, what would these characters do? What can we do with them that feels true to them but still ties into the gameplay in a fun way? So with Buzz, you start your own Dreamlight Valley chapter of the Space Rangers. You get your own uniform. You get to go around recruiting. And then when all said and done, you have a little launch party and you get to go on patrol with Buzz, which we felt, you know, was really normal for him because he's very vigilant and it seems like a fun way to connect with that character. Woody, on the other hand, you help him repair the rocket ship claw machine and then get the little aliens home. We felt that was really good for Woody, you know, because in the movies, he's such a leader and he wants to look after the toys and guide them. And so we wanted a player to be like by Woody's side, getting to have that experience kind of as Woody, but with Woody. Like he's your best friend. And we try to aim to bring that sort of thought and care and intention to every character that we bring to the game, to really think about what those friendships would look like.
Yeah, you've done a great job with that on authenticity, bringing those characters to life. So thank you. At Disney, we wanted an entire new experience, not only for veteran fans like myself and many of you here today, but also for younger generations who are just starting to discover those Disney and Pixar stories that we've grown to love. Creating these cozy interactive moments has helped extend the storytelling of characters in the shared world of Dreamlight Valley. Players get to own their journey by spending days choosing the quests we go on. If you want to, you can go train with Hercules and Phil, or you can relax and decorate and garden with Wally. You can even dress up in friendship items inspired by some of your favorite characters. And throughout your adventures or days of relaxation, you get to create and share these heartfelt moments with your cherished characters. Fans really enjoy these moments through the experiences and creations that y'all have shared with us, and they are just delightful, so thank you.
I think it's very clear the team puts a lot of thought into building the world and everything, and this is a clear example of why it might draw people keep coming back to the Valley. But what would you guys say you think really keeps bringing players back to the Valley?
So for me, it's about these unique and authentic to Disney elements, whether it's the cosmetics or the moments. So like when we're bringing characters like Lady and Tramp to the Valley, we know it's like, you gotta do something with spaghetti, right? Like, it would just be weird not to. Or if you're bringing Aladdin to the Valley, we know that we really want to allow players to go on a magic carpet ride with Aladdin, those things that like you would have dreamed of doing with these characters from watching the movie, and as well bringing a cosmetic like your own magic carpet for you to ride around the Valley. And then in addition to that, it's about finding these opportunities for these different worlds to interact. So we find things like with Ariel and Wally, they're both kind of collectors, and it's something that can really inspire people when they see these two characters from different universes come together, and you get to kind of think, oh, so that's what it would be like when Ariel and Wally interact with each other. And that's a big part, I think, of the success of the game.
Ooh, I totally agree with that. For me, I think that we have a really unique combination of cozy gameplay and all these amazing characters. So you don't just get to cook, you're cooking with Remy or Tiana. You might be using, Lexi mentioned Wally's Garden earlier, so you might be using ingredients from Wally's Garden or fishing, or using fish that you got from Goofy. And so it's really, you know, gameplay and characters are integrated in such a fun way. I think the game is also just chock full of Easter eggs. You know, there's music, there's recipes. One of the things we have is Aurora's leaning birthday cake. We got Kronk's spinach puffs, and that's just kind of like the start of it. There's a little bit of everything everywhere, and it's all yours to discover. And so I feel like everywhere players get to find little tributes to something that really matters to them, and that's what I think is really fun for our community.
I totally agree, Riley. I think it's about the stories, the adventures, and the lessons that players learn along the way, alongside the characters that they already love. The main adventure that players go on is rediscovering who they are and what brought them joy in the Valley before they grew up and life changed. This rediscovery with characters, it made us feel at home, and it continues to show us new ways we can express wonder, of being curious, and teaching the importance of working and growing together to better understand who we are and what truly makes us happy. Learning and going on adventures with our characters every day, and to Josh and Riley's point, finding those tributes and recreating those moments from our favorite films, these are the reasons why players continue to be part of Dreamlight Valley. You could say that the Valley and the community that's grown over the years, they feel like home now, and that's what keeps us coming back.
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of people would resonate with that statement. At least hope so. And we know we've mentioned recreating moments, rediscovering, all these different things that really capitalize on making somebody's experience unique in the game. So customization is key, of course, in that. Do you guys want to explain different customizations we have in game?
Sure. So from a narrative perspective, customizations are great because I think they let our players tell their own stories and make up their own stories, which is so important to the Dreamlight Valley experience. We have an amazing art team who works super hard to make these incredible furniture and clothing. With every update, you know, they bring something fresh, and it's really amazing to see what players do with them. And we try to respond to what players want. So, for instance, we noticed that a lot of our players really enjoy dressing up as royalty or princesses, and so we have a lot of clothing in game that's inspired by princess stuff, or is like a direct recreation of something from a movie. So like Ariel's pink dress, or like Elsa's Frozen costume. Like you can go and do all those things. My personal favorite, you may have noticed this cute little avatar over here, is the Milo Thatch Atlantis outfit. That's my avatar going on adventures. I am a really big Atlantis the Lost Empire fan, and I loved the game before I got to work on it. So I was like, oh, there's Atlantean architecture everywhere. This is awesome. And then when I found out that they were adding this outfit, I was like, instant. It's me. I'm going on adventures. And so it's my favorite thing to wear when I'm exploring Eternity Isle. It's great. So yeah, there's something really for everybody in there.
I gotta say, Riley, it looks really good on you. Additionally, using
It's so funny,
custom
guys. I thought my
furniture,
mic was
we've seen
on like this
players
entire
create some
time,
really
but it wasn't.
incredible scenes from in
So
the game. Everything from
you missed
Main
my
Street
commentary,
to
but
Pixar
it's
Pier
okay.
and
We're
Adventureland.
here for the
Y'all are
showcase,
amazing.
not
Keep those
me.
incredible creations coming.
Yes, please.
And even
Oh,
now,
that's a cool
as we
picture.
work on new areas for players to explore, many points of inspiration are taken in
Don't you
reference to
try?
enhance the player
Grandma said you have to
experience.
stay in here.
For example, on the Monsters, Inc. realm, you
Go
can
lay
find
down.
tons of little nods to the laugh floor. All furniture
You've
and
got a toy in
decorations
here.
are planned in a way so players can recreate or create inspired areas and outfits from
Talking to
some
my
of their
dog.
favorite
Sorry.
scenes and characters in the films.
And that was something that we really saw early on, was just how much our players had this desire to create and to express themselves. And that really inspired us to bring this feature to the game called DreamSnaps, which is a way to let players actually share the areas and the outfits that they're making in the game. We wanted to give a way to prompt creativity and expression for them. So if you play the game now, there's a new DreamSnaps challenge each and every week that brings a new theme for you to decorate to. You can see what other people are doing with those themes and vote on the different images that you see. And I just have to say, like, our team internally, we are always looking at the DreamSnaps that are coming in, just so you know, and we are obsessed with what our players do. Like, the amount of creativity that we see from this community is so incredibly impressive. We're always asking, like, how did they do that?
It's serious. It's so real.
I'll scroll on socials and be like, I didn't even know that was in the game, but they came up with it, and it's awesome. Who did their DreamSnaps challenge this week? And reminder if you haven't, but and I feel like it's
I
only
had
fair
no
for us
energy to
show
do
some,
anything.
So here's up on the screen
Let's
a
sleep.
few from this year.
Oh,
We
week
love when
was
there's
last
like a
week.
story in them, like you could see Donald there in that last one. Like, just
Oh,
the
that's
creativity is
awesome.
amazing.
I do not know how anyone does this. I like typing.
Oh
So
my
well done,
gosh.
y'all. This is amazing.
These are so beautiful. Oh my gosh, the bee is so cute.
They
say
picked the best
bees.
ones, really.
But also, I guess, aside from DreamSnaps and a lot of the other things we've explored, how about we get into how else the community has shaped the game.
Okay, so in short, the community has helped shape the game a lot. We had 18 characters at launch, and now we have over 50. You can see on the screen right now some of the art from all of our many free updates that we've brought to the game over the years. It just keeps growing. And we are really inspired by what we see the community talking about and what people want to see coming to the game that really helps inform our roadmap and what we're going to bring both for characters and for features in the future.
Absolutely. And two of the things that our players really love, I find, are, new furniture, new ways to get creative, and characters. So take our most recent update, Pixel Perfect. We got to welcome Wreck-It Ralph to the Valley, which meant we got to add a bunch of retro game outfits. Yay, yes.
And a cute cat.
We got to add a bunch of retro game outfits and furniture, like arcade machines, which are all inspired by the film, and brought people a new sort of angle and a new, can I make an arcade? Can I, make a bigger arcade? I don't decorate. I'm not good at it. I told you. So the other big thing, though, was we got to reunite BFFs, Ralph and Vanellope, and fans were super excited to see that. And we got, like Courtney said, we love seeing everyone's reactions on socials and stuff. It was super rewarding. It was also very nice for me because Vanellope was the first character I wrote, and then I got to write Ralph too. So I got to bring them back together, which was so nice. It was really fun. So we're always trying to, bring new aesthetics, reunite those best friend characters or those pairings that you really want to see. We know that our fans love it, and we love bringing that to you as well. So, yeah.
We certainly do, so thank you. In addition to adding fan favorite characters and reuniting iconic duos, we look for continuous ways to bring experiences to our existing characters that y'all already love interacting with in the Valley. We've introduced new features like the Grand Exhibition, where players can display their collection with the help of Olaf, taste delicious energy-inducing dishes at Tiana's restaurant, and even shop at Daisy Duck's boutique, who is a true fashionista, as we all know. We also love to find authentic opportunities to expand the connections players already love and have built with their Dreamlight Valley villagers, which gives us insights to improve the game moments for the community.
Yeah, we really try to look and pay attention to when something in the game is a bit overly frustrating for players and see how we can improve it, either through quality of life, but also a big thing we look for is ways that we can bring some sort of help to the game that's very authentically Disney as well. So to give an example from way back, we noticed, sometimes for players it was a little bit frustrating to find flowers in the game. So we were bringing Beast and Belle to the game at that time, and they felt like they were connected in a really interesting way with flowers. So we brought Beast's greenhouse to the game, which is a way that you can get flowers a little bit more easily or have a different source for them, but also in a way that's kind of like a payoff for Beast and Belle's story in the Valley so that it can all fit together and hopefully feel very Disney authentic.
Yeah, Josh, you're totally right. Every part of the player experience really does inform how Dreamlight Valley evolves. Currently, there is always something to do in the Valley, from new content to new events to seasonal and holiday celebrations. Every week there is something going on when you log on. We love to also celebrate Disney real-life happenings in-game, and a perfect example of that is the recent release of our first adventure pack, the Honeyglow Woods.
Which was so much fun, you guys. I recommend it.
Milestone for our dear friend, Winnie the Pooh.
Of course, how could we forget Winnie the Pooh's 100th publishing anniversary? How about we talk about how this celebration came to be in the Valley?
Yeah, definitely. So we knew we wanted to do something bigger and extra special since it's quite an important milestone for Winnie the Pooh. And if my math is correct, I think many of us grew up with Pooh and friends in the 100-acre wood, and we thought, what better way to pay tribute than to create an adventure pack, which is the Valley's new way to celebrate franchises with dedicated themed areas. The Honeyglow Woods Adventure Pack is truly inspired by the 100-acre wood and the memories fans have made alongside these truly cherished characters.
Yeah, I think as a panel of Disney fans and a room full of Disney fans, I'm sure that everybody here probably has had lessons over the years from Winnie the Pooh. He's such an iconic and like wise character. For us, one of the lessons that really stuck out to us was kind of the joy of just doing nothing, or slowing down to take time with the people that you care about. That's something that jumped out at our team right away as a theme for the Adventure Pack. It's something we set out to capture with the Adventure Pack, and I like to think we succeeded, so.
Yeah, we were really inspired by a moment towards the end of the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh where it's Christopher Robin and Pooh, and Christopher Robin is kind of saying to Winnie the Pooh that he might not have as much time soon to just do nothing because he's going to be going off to school. And it's just this really poignant moment. It's one of my favorite things ever. It's just for anybody who might have, like, I have 2 young nephews who are about that age, and it really hits me right in my heart, that moment. And so looking at that, we wanted to capture that feeling and give players kind of like one more lazy summer day with these characters in a world that's inspired by the magic of the 100 Acre Woods, where you get to meet not only Winnie the Pooh, but also meet Eeyore and meet Piglet and go on adventures with all of them.
You're gonna make everyone emotional here. So sweet, pun intended. But of course, how else can we explore this adventure in the Adventure Pack?
Well, what we love about this new area is that it opened up a new game feature that helped bring players even closer to Winnie the Pooh. We knew it wouldn't be a Winnie the Pooh inspired adventure pack without a very special ingredient. Can anyone guess what that special ingredient is? You got it. Lots and lots of honey. So we took honey and we expanded it with fun new gameplay.
Yeah, obviously, we all know that Pooh Bear is a big fan of honey, and rather than just bringing it as an ingredient, our designers saw an opportunity to turn it into a fun gameplay. We really wanted to highlight the process behind making honey in real life. Bees are super important for the environment, and so that's how this came about. We got to introduce beekeeping in the Adventure Pack, so that
Which is
means you
so
get your
useful.
own little bee house or apiary, and just like in real life, you get to move flowers closer to produce more honey. And then you get to use that honey to do things like cook really delicious, cute honey-themed meals, or make new honey-themed furniture that you can put in the Honeyglow Woods or anywhere in your valley. It is really, really adorable, and it's definitely something to buzz about.
That was a good one.
Oh boy.
I got it for you, Courtney.
The puns on our team really fly fast and furious. You've got to watch out for them. But like, it's exactly like with Lady and Tramp and the spaghetti. Like, you can't bring Winnie the Pooh and not bring honey to the game, right? Like, you've just kind of gotta. And we do ask that about every character we bring. And like, another example of that in this adventure pack is Eeyore. The second we start talking about bringing Eeyore to the game, it's like, well, he's got to lose his tail, right? And you've got to have to find his tail, and maybe in the meantime, you find some wacky substa-tails to put on him. So like, that quest kind of just writes itself, and we really ask ourselves that with every character, like, what would players be disappointed not to see if they got to spend time with this character?
And I think another thing to give credit to is the whole world of the Honeyglow Woods itself. Like, the biome is beautiful. I spent a lot of time decorating that. I'm sure many others have too. It's so bright and fun. And I know we've spoken about, the process behind creating everything, but what has been your guys' favorite part of the journey yourself?
That's a really big question. This is such a cop-out answer first, but everything. I love this game. I love our team. I love our community. Like, it's seriously one of a kind. We talk all the time about how lucky we are. We have such an amazing gaming community. So that's like a big, big part of it. The other, I guess, the more personal one for me is getting to work on the Beauty and the Beast realm.
Yes, all those
Growing up in
books.
Disney Renaissance, I really, really loved Beauty and the Beast as a kid. This is maybe weird, I'm realizing now, but I have sketchbooks full of like Beast from high school. So he's just like, yeah. So like, I just lifelong love for these characters, and so when I got told like, Riley, you are writing the Beauty and the Beast realm, it was my first really big like pinch me moment on the game where I was like, kid me would think I have the coolest job. And so yeah, that was tops.
Well, grown me thinks you have a very cool job too.
Thank you.
I completely agree with Riley, and for me, my like inner child freaking out moment, maybe you can tell from my shirt, but I am a huge Toy Story fan specifically, so I was like about the age of Andy growing up with those movies, and I kind of like grew up alongside him, so when I was a kid, I had Buzz and Woody toys, and I fully thought the movie was a documentary, like... I was trying to like catch them out of the corner of my eye, like maybe they'll move. As I grew up, like Toy Story 3 came out when I was in university. My mom had taken me to go see the first 2 movies. I got to go take her to see the third one, and what Andy was going through was like, and his mom were going through was exactly what we were going through of me moving away and everything. So very important place to me, those movies. And getting to work on those characters and actually like kind of put words in the mouths of those characters as an adult is just a dream.
That's wonderful, Josh. I too stared at my toys and hoped they would come to life. So for me, personally, I am a huge fan of player customization and cosmetics in games, which Dreamlight Valley is just full of. So I'm also always been a gaming companion and pet collector. So I literally squee out loud every time I see a new one that's being added to the game. Have y'all seen our new hedgehogs?
They're so
unbearably adorable.
They're so cute.
Stu
With that cute little mushroom
still has to
stuck
be
on their
tamed
quills.
again.
I just love them. But cosmetics and cuteness aside, my truly favorite part is being able to bring
You
you,
wanna
the
come up?
fans, a game where you can really live out and create your own Disney experiences. It is so great to work on, but it is even better seeing fans' reactions to it.
I will jump in and absolutely agree with that point because personally, I always jump into our community live streams. I'm either lurking or else
Not the
hiding
nose.
just to see what people like or how they react, and it's very enjoyable. I don't know if you guys have ever jumped into them, but
I lurk sometimes.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
I
bad
think
time
it's
for you.
I think we should dive into a few of the surprises that we have for the rest of the year. Are we ready? The first one is coming sooner than you think, as next week we will be celebrating the anniversary of 2 absolute icons in the Disney family. Let's take a look.
Oh my gosh. Lizzie McGuire! And I love Hannah Montana too. Those are just right up like my age range when those came out. Lizzie McGuire was a little bit too old. But barely. Not like, not enough for me to be obsessed with her. Like, especially at that age. She was kind of like the coolest, I think. Out of all the ones that I personally saw on Disney Channel and stuff like that. But I'm glad I hope they're making it like a pack or something.
Let's go.
I don't think that's how
All
that's
right.
gonna work. I think it's a star
Next
path.
up, we'll get into the future. Maybe
I don't know
Riley,
what it is.
you want to tell us a bit about that?
I know things.
Gosh, I hope it's not the
Um,
star path. I'm not,
I-
still gotta
I
do
am
more.
so excited today to talk about the
You
final
guys
2 updates
stay in
of the
here.
year.
Grandma wanted
First
you
was our
to.
big Halloween update that's coming up. We are going to be
You gotta stay
bringing
with Mommy
Oogie
tonight.
Boogie to the valley.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's right. So we are going to be more like he's going to be letting himself into your valley and causing all sorts of trouble.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to do this in a brand new 6-week event.
I
with
just
1
got
new
Jack
quest
too in
each
my
leading up-
game.
Each week
Good.
leading up to
He can,
Halloween.
he can help us before
with
Sally
lots of
comes.
new Halloween themed and Nightmare Before Christmas themed prizes, and maybe a little surprises along the way. So stay tuned for that one. And then for the final update of the year, I am so excited to finally say that we are bringing Lilo from Disney's Lilo and Stitch to the game.
Oh my gosh.
That's exactly how I felt. My heart is exploding right now. Thank you for reacting along with me. So
That's gonna
yeah,
be
we
so
are
cool. That's
so
like getting
excited
Ralph
to
or
be able to
Vanellope.
reunite Lilo and Stitch BFFs
That's a big
just in
deal.
time for the holiday season. It's gonna be heartfelt. It's gonna be a little Stitch chaotic. It's gonna be so much fun, and I can't.
And
wait
those
for
are
you to see
free.
what our
Like,
team's
that's
been
really
working on.
cool.
I know she's been one of our top requested characters, so we're very excited for this one. And of course, for our last reveal, Josh, you want to set the scene?
All right, so we knew we couldn't leave D23 without giving you a little bit of a peek at what we're working on for our next expansion. So without further ado, why don't we dive right in?
No way. Oh my gosh. We're underwater. We're underwater! Oh my god, it's a mermaid! Oh my gosh. That's more exciting than horses. Like, that was exciting, but like, this is intense. This is, oh my gosh. That's like two of the greatest things in one. One game. Oh my gosh, and Johnny Depp? That's even better. Gosh. I hope they get him looking right. That's important. Because the voice is one thing, but Jack has a very specific stagger to him.
All right, well, I won't dig any further, but there's more reveals
Or like
to come,
the
so
weird
stay tuned to our
hand thing that he
socials,
does.
But we hope you guys enjoyed. And I guess that reaches the end of our panel today. So we're going to give you guys a big thank you for attending. Of course, don't forget on your way out to grab that exclusive pin. And, of course, I have our giveaway results.
Ooh.
I got passed a note. So the winner of our giveaway is Cassandra Wando.
Congratulations, Cassandra.
Good job.
So make sure
Hope you
to
play
visit
it.
one of our team members up on the front before you head out. And we have one last surprise for everybody in here and at home. If you look up on the screen, we have a special in-game item to redeem to celebrate
awesome.
D23 together. There's a code for you.
I love how it glows in the dark.
It glows in the dark.
Bring in a little magic. One more time. All right, well, thank you guys. We hope you have a great rest of the expo. And
Okay. Well, okay, I took it away. I was trying to
of
pause
course,
it.
we'll see you in the valley.
That is so cool. That was really awesome. Gosh, I don't even know what else to think because it's like, okay, you know, I'm going back because I want to see it one more time. Just one more time. And then like
So
we'll
without
go and then
further
I might
ado,
come
why
back.
don't we dive right
I
in?
might. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna say that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm so like, this is like so exciting. I have to get like my game transferred. Oh my gosh. I can't even speak like legible words. See, and I'm wondering how they're gonna make the mechanics of it because like that's a cool like pre-animation. And I'm wondering if that's gonna be like a specific button or something. I see some pearls, some hats, some clothes. That's a really janky looking. It's kind of janky looking there, but hey, it's just the trailer, and it's like the pre-trailer. It's not even the full trailer, I don't think. Gosh, that's exciting. I remember when they brought up Wish Blossom Ranch. I was so excited for that, and the hype for that was intense. I I'm I think that they I don't remember if they came out at the end of the year or the beginning of the year. Um, but that is so cool. I can't. So there was one other thing that I wanted to look up just because I was for D23. You gotta like give it to me. Okay. We won't go into the big one, but I knew that this is what I'm looking for because I don't. Yeah, this was it. It's a D23 showcase for the Kingdom Hearts. because I did not watch that. You know what? I actually just thought about that. You guys probably don't want to watch that because it's not Disney Dreamlight Valley related. But I did hear that they are going to come back into it. So if you are interested in that, actually let me know in the comments and I will come back and do this. And everything. But anyways, I thank you so much for being here. Sorry it took so long for me to even get this out. I personally am super excited. I don't know what all they're gonna do to make it happen, but I feel like they're gonna do a really good job of it, just like they did with the horses. Um, I'm glad that I personally feel good enough to be able to sit here for an hour. I practiced a little bit of just sitting here, but I wasn't sure if sitting and talking and moving would be all doable. I'm not quite sure what happened to me during the last stream. I'm looking into it with help, medical help. So yeah, it was something that cut me off for like a whole week and a half. So yeah, if it cut me off for that long, it definitely was not just a random thing. But it will get fixed just like everything else. But thanks so much for being here. I cannot wait to come back on Wednesday. So I will be back Wednesday for Moonlit Market. That is going to be like my first like attempt to get back on stream after like just my week of like of having to hide out. And then we'll get back to chapter 20 on the 20th of August because that is my birthday. And well, why not take on chapter 20 of of A Fresh Start Somewhere Familiar, except for on the 20th. I haven't decided what time yet because I know it's probably going to be later on because at the end of the day, because I am trying to do stuff during the day with people, but for my actual birthday. But I also really just depends. It might be like a scattered kind of thing. I'm not sure. I've been doing, but it all really just depends on how I feel as well. If I feel this crappy as I did before, I have to save my energy for work. So, but yeah. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to swim, and I am excited to get back again on Wednesday to be able to see what they've got in the new premium shop and see, I guess, the new Hannah Montana stuff, or Hannah Montana and Lizzie McGuire stuff to see how they bring that out. So definitely comment below which part you're more excited about for this whole upcoming everything that we just saw. For me, it's definitely the mermaids, and then I mean. It's really definitely the mermaids. Yeah, it's definitely the mermaids. I can't really have a second favorite on that one. So it's the mermaid stuff going around. I love Johnny Depp and Jack Sparrow, but yeah, just the fact of being able to swim underwater brings you this much closer to Atlantis. I hope. I hope. So we can all hope. But have a good morning, afternoon, evening, guys.